Everybody. So someone asked me to make a video about America, and all this gay stuff that's going on, gay agenda. Does America have a gay agenda? I wanted to say, well, the word, first of all, the word gay means you're happy. That's what it used to mean. And, like I said before, it seems more offensive when you call a person a homosexual. And then, see, the word gay paralyzes. It paralyzes straight men. And what I mean by that is they're afraid to touch on the subject because the minute as they touch the subject, they're considered homophobic, or people gonna ask them what you got against gays, or you must be in the closet gay. They start saying shit like that. So people black straight men never want to talk about it in public. They might say something about their disagreements with it behind closed doors. But America's gay agenda is not necessarily to make people gay. It's to take the attention off of black people issues. And people will say, well, there he go with that black people shit again. But it does. This is the same thing that happened with the women's lib movement. Whenever black people talked about civil rights, like I said, the civil rights movement originated with the black man and the black woman fighting in an oppressive government. And then the women's living movement came along. It was thrown in the pot, and then the civil rights movement became women against men. It was nothing about like what black people wanted anymore. And this is the same thing with America's gay agenda. That's all it is. It's just to take the attention of what black people want. But really, black people are really insignificant right now because, we got all these YouTube videos with us stomping each other heads in and, women running out on the street naked and all kind of shit. So nobody really necessarily cares of what black people want. Black people are insignificant, if you ask me. Just my opinion. And the black people needs. But that's what the gay agenda is all about, take the attention of what black people want and make it a simple, like I said before, Jews fight for Jewish rights, gays fight for gay rights, Latinos fight for Latino rights, Asians fight for Asian rights. But black people, we fight for civil rights. And see, black people fight for everybody. And that's the same thing that's been going on, whenever black people talk about reparations and shit like that, black people have a tendency to fight for everybody. And everybody's thrown in the pot with black people. Even the civil rights movement. Black people should fight for black people rights. And then that will end all the bullshit. And then another thing people want to talk about is like what racism means. Like I said before, racism is a group phenomenon. It is when the groups race across the world trying to control and have ownership of the resources and the wealth taken from Africa. And they would use the black people as slave labor. That's what racism is. Racism is a group phenomenon. Like I told you before, Latinos fight for Latino rights, Irish fight for Irish rights, Jews fight for Jewish rights, but black people, we fight for civil rights. And that's why you can tell that racism is a group phenomenon. And it's not me saying I hate crackers. It's not a white man saying he hate niggas. Racism, you can only compete as a group, as a team sport. That's what racism is. And did I get off the subject? Oh, does America have a gay agenda? I said no. Like I said before, gay is when a boy loves his mother so much, he wants to be like her. If a boy's under his mother all the time, that's what he gonna act like. If he under his grandmother and shit, if he got no male role models and influences to mimic, he's gonna act like, the ones he around. People are known by virtue of who they spend their time around the most. So if a boy's under his mother all the time, that's who he gonna act like. If he under his grandmother all the time, that's who he gonna act like. He gonna pick up her mannerisms and her gestures and the way she talks and all that other shit. Real simple, man. Life is real simple, but humans create the obstacles.